Yeah, I thought it was just going to be me.
Yeah.
So I was worried, but everybody showed up right on time.
Look at this.
Junk like that. I love sending gifts like that because
Okay.
they're
That's
like
a table like...
gaudy and awful.
I love it. I was just going, is this somebody Daniel knows that I'm
Yeah, look,
supposed
there
to-
she is.
There she is.
Yeah, mixed in with.
Oh my god.
Yeah, here we go. I'll send you another one.
Okay. I love it.
The internet.
Yeah, it was
Undefeated.
not a great one for a first one. All right, let's see.
Hello, and welcome to The Morning Brick, the best place for LEGO news, rumors, and opinions and discussion. Here at Atlanta Brick Co. at 9:30. I am joined by many of my friends. I'm so excited. I was
We showed up
terrified.
at the last minute.
Yeah.
I was terrified. It was probably, 9:20? And no one else in the store, and I'm just like, I guess I'm doing a solo news
I came
broadcast
in
today.
just in case.
Yeah.
We rescued Mark.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank goodness. I mean, I could probably survive for at least 12 minutes by myself, but I've run out of things to bounce off of. But
We got BJ, we got Brick Mom, we got Will Lamb, we got Malistair. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
AZ Daves.
Good
54
morning.
in Yuma. Can anybody beat 54? That might be the high. Everyone else is still rocking
That's
pretty
right.
low temperatures. We're about 30, 35 here in Georgia. We got Travertine, Randra Ratzlaff.
Who's that?
She's crazy.
Scott Robinson, Art Claxton, Johnny Flounder, Henry the Horse. Good morning, everybody.
all of our friends, thank you guys for joining us.
BJ says, wait, if Randra Ratzlaff is on the show, who's on her account in the chat?
One of my children.
The call is coming from inside the building.
I'll see Mark Erickson pop up saying stuff all the time when
Right?
I'm walking around. I'm like, who's on the laptop?
53 in Orlando, says Johnny. So
Oh.
AZ Dave still has it at 54.
That's nice.
Yep.
I don't think anybody's
Yeah.
got that beat.
32, 24, yeah. Most of the place is kind of freezing-ish temperatures. So.
28 in Finland.
Ooh,
That's
pretty
negative
cool.
2 Celsius, he says.
Oh, there you go. That
pretty
sounds a lot
cold.
colder.
Right?
When you put it
yeah,
that way.
I was going to say, right?
All right. So, yeah, we've got... let's talk about what's happened in LEGO Week. You were out of town, so you want to share
I was
about
out
that,
of town.
Daniel?
I was out of
Yes.
town. I was home visiting family up in Virginia.
Mhm.
And that was great. Got a couple Lego-related things done
Nice.
while I was there.
Yay.
As many of you know, I'm addicted to Citron,
Yes.
the monorail. So, oh, these were the old stickers. So this was part of the Citron monorail, and it's got these blue windows with this printed thing on the side that says Aqualock. And I had done inkjet printing, and you could barely see it. It was okay for what it was for the time for Brick Fair, Virginia last year. But then I went to a sign printing place and got some cut vinyl letters.
Sweet.
And
Oh.
now they are really popping.
Yeah.
There.
So I'm really happy with that.
Now, how...
You got a shark in there.
There's a shark in
Oh,
there.
wow. Yeah.
Nice.
You got a pet
Lid,
shark.
Oops, the lid's broken. There we go. There he is. He's swimming around in there.
Now-
That's cool.
How difficult was it to get those vinyl letters made? Was it expensive? Was it tricky to put on?
It was relatively affordable. I mean,
Okay.
most of the cost on something like that is like the setup cost,
Yeah.
but then the variable cost, like the more you get, is so low because it's such little material.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, it was maybe like $25 for
Yeah.
the setup fee.
That's
and
pretty
I ended
reasonable.
up getting out of there
That's
for
pretty general.
like $30 total, and I got 16 of them made.
Nice.
I first went in, I was like, what would it cost to do 4? And they were like $28. And I was like, okay, how about 8? And they were like $28.50. I was like, okay, how about like 16?
Yeah.
$29.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
keep going
Sold,
up.
sold.
Just
yeah.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
make more.
That's great.
So-
So it's the initial setup to get everything punched out.
Yeah.
And then they can just make as,
And
almost as many as you want.
they actually weren't sure if this was going to work because they're such tiny letters, but also since it's just an outline, since they're kind of hollow.
Yeah. So if that was a solid letter versus a
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
see-through
not
area.
it's
Yeah.
not
You gotta
one
weed
whole
out the thing,
sticker.
yeah.
Each letter is just
I need
material.
to get my vinyl cutter again. I could have made that for you.
I'm sure
I
on
feel
like a
sad.
Cricut
Now I could have
machine
made.
or something.
No,
yeah.
I don't believe in crickets.
Oh, okay.
No.
What's the other?
Mm.
Oh,
what's
I
the
had.
other
I had
brands?
a
A
There's some
full size.
Yeah.
Wow.
second brand. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah.
industrial
so
ones are way better.
Aqualock.
it comes
Yeah.
with a
Very
part on the
cool.
front for applying it, and you peel the back off, and you
Yeah.
put it right on.
That's
No,
awesome.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Well, I'm gonna have to consider doing that for some stuff, or maybe even
Yeah.
for signs in the store, like the city signs,
Yeah.
or like street signs. You can get really creative with
I
what you
think
can
Chris
print.
should buy a cutter for the store,
That would be.
And
and I
smart.
could do it for him.
Hey.
That would up our
Randy's got
decal
plans.
quality
I could help. Yeah,
greatly.
right. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Right now we're just kind of printing on labels and stuff.
Yeah.
And it works,
It
but
works.
it's not the cleanest, like Daniel was saying. So.
How's your crystal week? I mean Lego week, Mark.
So surprisingly, I didn't get much building done because I had Friday
I
off.
wouldn't say that surprisingly.
But I had Friday off. I was working
the
Saturday.
holidays.
But on Friday, I was basically repairing pipes that had burst at our house because
no.
our power went out right at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And the faucets that we had dripping stopped dripping. So our pipes burst in some areas and we had to get those fixed. And I spent most of the day outside in 17-degree weather. And it was bad. But so I didn't get much building done, but I did get a bag of crystals. And that
There
makes
you
me
go.
happy.
Beautiful.
I see some of those medium blue ones in there. Those are
Exactly.
great.
Yeah.
And the neon green, I need more of those now. So
Yeah.
I just need more crystals and I've got them. So I'm good.
I need to go through my house and see what I have.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have it.
I'd rather get them from the store. They're your crystals.
Rick
You can keep
Monvier
them.
says, "Oh no!"
that was an oh no moment for sure. But yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Randy? How was your Lego Christmas, if you had one? So.
It was good. We finished, or we had done last week. We had done my kids in like 2 days did the Home Alone house, and I got to put a little bit of it together. And
That's
then we
good.
did our puzzles. 'Cause we always have the puzzle table out.
Yeah.
And then now we're doing the Lego Death Star.
Nice.
So there's a lot of excitement at the house for that one.
That's
So,
pretty sweet. That's
yeah.
good.
And I'm looking for our next big one, so you guys may have to help me look for something good.
There's a lot of big sets even in the store right now.
Although
so.
I did get the Galaxy Explorer finally yesterday. I'm way late on that train, but
It's such a good set. It's
Yeah.
so detailed.
Yeah.
You'll love it. It's awesome. So, anyway.
Malistair says, "I've been there with the pipe explosions. Had it happen twice in Maryland."
Oh, yeah.
I think, from what my understanding, like the whole thing about leaving your pipes dripping and stuff to prevent burst pipes is a thing like way up north in like New England where it's really cold, and then it's a thing down here. I think because like the pipes aren't insulated. But I'm
Yeah.
from like the center of the country in Virginia. And
Where you're fine.
we don't really do that. I think we have insulated pipes, and it's fine for the weather we
It's
have.
not
I think
as
we're kind of in
cold.
the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's colder than it is here, but we have
Yep.
done more infrastructure-wise to prepare for it.
yeah.
So at my house, we had our well is in this little container, and there's nothing else besides that keeping it warm. There's just exposed pipes all around.
Yeah.
And so that's where it went wrong. In the ground, it was fine. In the house, it was fine. But in that exposed area, they had frozen up and caused
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
So.
We
But,
couldn't find the little things for the spigots that they clip on to help like keep the outside, which is we have a friend who's a plumber and he's like, make sure you do unplug your hoses and put something over that.
Yeah.
And I told him I couldn't find the thing, and he goes, "Got a pool noodle?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Cut it and wrap it around." I'm all,
Yep.
"Okay." So I went and did that, and we did the ladies
Duct
next door
tape
for
and
her, and yeah.
rags and whatever.
It
you
worked.
did.
We
It
would
worked.
like we would turn off the outside spigots. You'd like turn them off in the house and then drain the
So we
water.
don't
off
have
in the
that.
winter.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That's probably that's one thing we do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pipes are
Grumpy,
insulated if you have responsible homeowners. Lots of shaky DIYers out there. That could be part of it too.
They put pool noodles on there.
So in our area, a lot of the houses were made in the 90s, and they were just
Yes.
whipping them up. Very simple, very low quality construction. So it's
Yeah.
like they're not well
They don't have any of
insulated,
that.
and they're not made for cold temperatures because it barely gets to freezing in Georgia
Yeah.
most of the time. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, but thankfully it's all taken care of now, so back to normal. and
Yes.
That's good. But
How about you, Randy? Anything going on in your Lego?
oh,
week?
she talked about a little
did
bit.
you?
Yeah, I'm looking. We're starting on the Lego Death Star, and then.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're looking for our next big one because I'm sure they'll have that done.
So.
Good.
I have some fun news. I didn't really hear about this until last Wednesday on the chat. I think it was Brick Virus or somebody else is mentioning it. And there's a new Lego theme rumored, and its codename is Sparkle, and it's for 4 and up. So it's probably going to be very simple construction.
Ah, 4+. Dang.
So it could be the dumbest thing ever, or it could be really cool because Sparkle sounds cool. I
Yeah.
don't know. What are your thoughts? I just hope there's crystals and they're transparent. That's all.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those really great or a really big flop,
Didn't the
not in the
Ninjago
middle.
crystallized get you enough?
I
rolls?
actually got some of those
Part-
pieces and sets. Yes. So,
Oh.
any
Yeah,
thoughts
that'll
on
be-
Sparkle?
Yeah, I don't. I'm just gonna keep low expectations with it
That's
being
good.
a 4+
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah.
You know, also the code names for everything else have been random words. It could
Yeah.
have no bearing on what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the fact that they've given it a code name is weird.
It could be
That makes
licensed.
it sound like something important.
Yeah, it's added a little bit of mystique to it.
I don't think they would give
Yeah.
a code name to another 4+ line of city fire trucks.
Yeah. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, must be a little bit out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Right.
Could be
There's
something
also
interesting.
codename Lemon too. And I don't know
Oh,
what
they're
that
just
is.
they're pulling up the random word
Yeah.
generator.
Yeah, so they're just making stuff up at this point. Anyway,
Yeah.
but a couple new themes to look forward to that aren't like specifically like we have a couple of those to talk about in a minute too. So,
Okay.
but what's the comments looking like? Anybody mentioning anything? Just weather. related?
Mostly weather, mostly pipes. Scott Robinson said, "My wife got the orchid set for Christmas, and she loves it so much. I now have to get her all the other ones."
Yep.
Yeah, those well, let's use that as a segue. You want to talk about the new botanical sets.
Yeah,
that
we gotta
you
talk
had-
about
Oh
those.
yeah, I was
Found?
looking them up. I was watching just some random TikToks because that's what
Lego
I do.
TikToks. Yeah.
And there's a guy I found that has a bunch of Lego stuff, but I didn't know if he was legit or not. So I screenshot stuff and I sent it to Daniel. I was like, "Is this for real?"
Oh yeah,
But the dried flower centerpiece looks amazing.
doesn't it?
Did you see that already?
It looks like
I've
it's going on
I
a
had not
table.
seen it before.
I've seen some mixed opinions on it. Some
Really?
people think it looks bad, but I think it's just
Really? I think it
'cause they
looks
don't
great.
like
I like
the
the
colors,
color.
but
Oh, I
that's
like
'cause
the
it's
color.
dried
it's fall.
flowers.
I was
It's
gonna
like
say
what
it
it's-
looks like dried flowers. They shouldn't
Yeah.
be bright or anything.
it's accurate for what it is.
Yep.
But some people have
If you
been
don't like the
making
colors,
us
the
think
good
about
news is you could find it in different colors and make it any color you want, right?
If you don't like it, the
Yeah.
good news is don't buy it.
There you go. Yeah.
So they have a normal bouquet with bright colors too.
Yes.
So get
They
that.
have
one.
that
The
one.
wildflower,
Yeah.
that one is really
Yeah, they have the
beautiful.
wildflower bouquet, which
a lot
I
of
love
them.
them.
Kind of
yeah.
look like the same flowers as
The
in the dried
snapdragons,
flowers.
yeah.
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 They looked. I thought it was.
Some
That
similarities.
big
Yeah.
one there with the petals,
Yeah.
for sure.
I
It's like
thought
the same
that the
construction.
grounded autumn one, the dried
Yes.
one, was actually just a colors, like an edit of
Yeah.
the
wildflowers.
wildflowers. And I
Yeah.
thought it was just a
Maybe,
different
in
pose.
a different arrangement.
Right?
Yeah.
But it looks kind of real now. So I mean, it could
Yeah.
be absolutely genuine, or it could be just kind of a remix. So I don't know. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Lots
got-
of interesting parts and interesting colors, though. for
Yeah.
sure.
I got Madison the orchid for Christmas. She'd wanted it forever, and I've been holding it forever. And so she finally got to open it, and she put it in her room. And all her friends are like, "That is so pretty!" And they don't. And then she's like, "It's Lego," and they were all like fascinated. So
yeah.
we have a bunch of teenage girls that really like those right now.
So I was working Christmas Eve Saturday,
Uh-huh.
and everyone was coming in and saying, "Do you have the botanicals? Do you have the orchid? Do you have the-" And I'm like, "Nope, nope, nope."
Yeah.
Always
We
around the
do
holidays,
not
those
get
get
those in
snatched
very
up.
often.
Well, yeah,
Valentine's Day, Mother's Day.
we don't get them in all the time. We get them every now and then, and so when a holiday rolls around, they're already long
No,
gone. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. So hopefully we'll get more in soon.
I didn't even get mine here because it was so hard to find them. I got mine at Kohl's randomly. They had them on a bottom shelf. And
snuck
the
one
lady
out.
couldn't find the price, so I got them for cheap. So I
There
was
you
like,
go.
all right.
It's good. It's good. Got to get those Kohl's deals. you know?
Uh-huh.
Alistair says, for 4-year-olds, must be a rehash of the Abomination Redcoats.
I hope it's Jack Stone related.
Johnny Flanders says, hope the crystals don't make their way into Heart Lake City and corrupt the students. Yeah, there may be a ring
Yeah.
of certain
Oh,
Yeah.
Who recommended that? Henry?
contraband
That
and
was
illicit
Johnny
substances.
Flounder.
Johnny Flounder?
Yeah.
So Johnny, that is my next
Yes.
skit is going to be about that, and I'm going to use the actual figures this time,
Oh,
not
I'm
just a set
so
box.
excited.
What's that in Stephanie's locker?
Yeah.
Oh, is this a science project? Yeah.
Brick
Police
Mom-
officers brought the dogs into school. Don't pet them.
Yeah. Brick Mom V got Dalmatian brick heads for Christmas.
She did. I gave them to
Oh,
her.
they're so cute.
First there was strawberry, then coconut, and now lemon for the code names. Yeah, they are sort of all over the board.
Yeah.
Scott Robinson says codename Lemon is rumored to be the Sonic the Hedgehog
Okay,
line.
so that was Sonic.
We
Okay.
have seen some more details about this potential Sonic line, so you never really know which code names pair up with which ones for sure.
It just means that something's probably coming.
Right.
That's all we can really get from that.
BJ
Yeah.
says he finally built his certified in the box yellow castle he bought from us in 2020. That was my Christmas Day build. That is a nice
Nice.
Christmas Day
Oh,
build, BJ.
Look at this
BJ
one
was
right
working
here.
on this bad boy.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
That's it.
That's beautiful.
I want this box.
That's
Yeah.
a really, that's a nice box.
Yep.
I know I can't afford that.
Yeah.
Josiah got Ninjago Gardens for Christmas and already finished half of it. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Brick Monvier says she saw the orchids still in a Target yesterday,
Oh.
so maybe check your
There
Target
you
for
go.
stuff like that.
Probably the best place at this
I've
point.
also seen a lot of those like adult sets at Barnes and Noble. Has
Yes.
a lot of the art sets and botanicals,
Architecture,
and architecture,
those type-
things
yeah.
like that. I check your Barnes and Noble for stuff
And
like
Barnes
that.
and Noble yesterday had all their games. I think they were 50% off. They have a lot of sales happening right now.
Oh,
So
wow.
they have some great
Hey,
games.
I got a gift
selection.
card. We should go.
Look, we should go over there.
I was gonna hold out to
Let's get
January
out.
1st and see if they get the new CMFs.
Oh, we
but
may need to go.
Sounds like
we
a
should
lunch
get
break.
some sales.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Travertine said the dried flowers are cool, and you can buy 3 and make a wreath.
Wow.
I've not heard that.
Yeah, you could wrap it around, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Great idea, Travertine.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it would hold up vertically. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just like a wreath.
Maybe
like,
on the
a
table and you put it
centerpiece.
like a
Yeah.
centerpiece.
You could
kind of
build
thing,
something underneath it and to kind of attach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody was mentioning the Sonic theme earlier. Do you want to talk about that just for a
Yeah,
second?
Yeah.
let's do that. I think
We
I
check
got
that off here.
Yep.
list of them here.
Look at Mark making lists like me.
I know. Well, no one else is here. I'm like, I gotta make a
Make a
list.
list.
Yeah.
And only I could read it because
I
my
love
handwriting
it.
is bad.
No, it's not.
But there's a Sonic theme that's coming out, and there's 5 rumored sets between the prices of $30 and $100, and they've had
That's like perfect.
great.
Yeah,
For a price range.
that's a great
Yeah.
price point.
If
Yeah.
you get a $200 Sonic set, only the parents are going to be able to buy it for the kid. You know,
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
it's the kid isn't going to save up $200 generally.
Yeah.
So that's really good to see a low price point on those.
I think it was several morning bricks ago that I was saying we need more themes in those price ranges. You
Yes.
know, even if it was a new theme or an IP theme or whatever, you know, just keeping those numbers kind of in the sub 100 ballpark is nice, but doing a whole wave of things.
Yeah, Sonic has a ton of little fun side characters and
Yeah.
different situations and levels that they could cover, so they could just have a ton of fun with that. So
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'll
yeah.
be interested to see if it has more play features in the line of like the Mario sets, or if they'll do like smaller ones that maybe could connect to the Ideas set, because I know they left some like open attachment points on
That'd
that
be cool.
Ideas
That would be
set
very
that
cool.
people were wondering about if they were ever going to do expansions too. So maybe one or two of those could interface with that.
exactly, integrate together and make one big build. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's definitely been rumored. I've seen that several places, and I think people have been wanting that because there was the Lego Ideas Sonic, there was the Dimension Sonic. The name escaped me for a second, but the Dimension Sonic way before, and those are all still very popular. So excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Crossed it off the list.
Yep.
5 sets. There we go. Let's see. Speaking of licensed themes, I saw a post about a licensed CMF line coming out sometime in 2023, and that could be Marvel. I don't think it'll be Star Wars or DC because I think those have more action figure rights that would interfere with that. But well, we've had DC before too. But
We are still waiting to see the Disney ones, but we've already had more information on that, so it'd be weird if
Yeah.
this was referring to that, unless somebody just didn't get the memo or something.
honestly, any licensed CMF line is pretty much gone pretty well each time.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
think that they could do practically any movie or franchise and have fun with it. I mean, you could
Yeah.
see Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see Star Trek, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh.
Any video game or movie that people like, they can
Yeah.
make figures for, and people are gonna buy them like crazy. So it's great. So.
Scott Robinson brings up one of the January 1st gift with purchases is a World Houses set. Seems to be in between micro scale and minifig scale. Looks like a new line of Lego sets.
Haven't heard about that. That's
So, yeah, I have an image here with several gift with purchases. That is one. Lego Houses of the World with purchases over $250. This one says 15 through 25th of January, but these numbers have been swapping around a bunch because I think the Bionicle was originally supposed to be the first, and now that says 27th of January. So, anyway, Lego Houses of the World purchases over $250. I would expect it to be. I haven't seen any pictures of it. I don't know if Scott did, but I'd expect it to be like 4 different houses in different global styles. One's probably like a pagoda, you know. One's probably like a little yurt or hut or something, you know, something like that.
a European townhouse.
Yeah,
There you
sure. We've got Lego Year of the Rabbit. They do those every year, so no surprise. Purchases over $85, 15 through 25th of January.
That's a low threshold. That's nice.
Yep. The Lego Bonkle with purchases over $100, 27th of January to 9th of February. I've seen a lot of hate for this
A lot
one
of
too.
feedback.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, a lot of feedback.
Yeah. No, the
For better or for
Bionicle,
worse.
Bionicle Pictures did release. Release or leak? I think they released.
And
Anyway,
it's what we expected. It's system and mixel joints, and
it's
it
exactly
doesn't
what
look
we
great.
expected.
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
look
I don't know if the Bionicle fans expected more, but I think they did
I don't know,
because
yeah.
it doesn't look that good.
I'm gonna hope for them at least that the mask piece is printed and not a sticker, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's even a sticker.
Well, what that means is they can make an official Lego Bionicle with system pieces that they have in their collection now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't want that.
They can go get some custom stickers made.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, see, Randy, we might
Daniel
have an
knows a
opportunity.
guy.
Yeah.
They only made the Red Tahoe character. There's a whole line of Bionicles that they haven't done or probably won't
Oh, see, I love that. I like doing little pieces like
do. We
that.
might have
Yeah.
to make our own Bonkle line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just sell a few of them. I don't think th'd sell, but it would be fun to do just to mess with the Bionicle.
Call my
fans.
husband later. Hey, you want to buy a cutter again?
The last one is the Lego Blacktron Cruiser with purchases over $190 from the 1st to the 14th of January. So that's supposedly the big one coming on the 1st. Everything else seems to be later than that.
I'm gonna have to spend some money and get that because at first I was like, maybe I could pass, but no. Looking at the detailed pictures that have released pretty much everywhere,
Yep.
like brick set and promo bricks, it looks amazing. The detail, all the opening sections, the figure looks great. It's just so nice, and it's got to go with the Galaxy Explorer, and it's man.
I was telling you on Instagram, I think it was, or maybe it was Joe, that it seems to be more in the line of the Forest Hideout, and that it's like a direct remake, like using a lot of the same pieces as the original set, with the exception of ones that they have to substitute because they're not made anymore.
Yeah, it's
but
the
there
same
are
shape.
some new features and things, so sort of halfway between the Forest Hideout and the Galaxy Explorer in terms of a faithful recreation.
Yeah, because the Galaxy Explorer is way bigger and way as many. It's light years advanced compared to the original. But this seems more like a true remake, like you were
We'll
saying.
have to wait and see till somebody gets it built and maybe puts it next to the original one to see if the size is in the same vein or not. But it looks like mostly the same pieces.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna have
It
to
looks
get
really
one,
cool.
and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will have to as well.
Yep.
So.
Since
I wish
it is
they'd
a
make
gift with purchase, we probably will get them in the store here eventually.
a couple of them, yeah. And they're probably gonna be not cheap when they do arrive too. They're because like even the Forest Hideout is like $60 is what we sell it for, and other places will sell it for around there too. So
We have gotten a fair number of those in now. It was a while before we got them, but they came in, sure enough.
exactly.
Malistair had said, I concur, Daniel, themes with $600 sets are getting old. Johnny Fonda was really hoping it was Legend of Zelda. Should be a matter of time until they make a set, I think.
Oh, that would be so cool.
With the demand, they'll do it whenever they can, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's gotta just be licensing issues or something.
I mean,
for
they
Nintendo.
isn't that the same brand as like other
It's
things
all
that they've done
Nintendo.
before?
Same as
Nintendo,
Mario,
right? Yeah.
Everything else,
Like-
as far as I know.
Yeah, it's the same family and it's the same
Yeah.
corporation. So
Unless
it's like
Nintendo
Right?
does like special licensing things by the character or property.
Yeah.
I don't know.
they made it work for Mario, and they've had a lot of success with
Right?
Mario. So I think that it's there.
Zelda has a huge following.
Yeah.
All kinds
Make
of
it,
different
you
people.
could make
Yeah.
3 really nice Zelda sets, and they would sell like crazy.
Can you
Yeah.
make the Zelda shield? Oh, that would be
Oh,
so cool.
I'd go
Yeah.
nuts
Oh,
over that.
I want that so
That
bad.
would be like $300, though.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, but they would sell them, unlike the Hulkbuster.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's right.
Both the Hulkbuster, the Black Panther,
Black Panther.
sculpture, they were on
And,
sale.
Has Bricker Builds or somebody not done a Zelda shield?
I think they've been working
Somebody
on
It'd be
it.
had
surprising
to.
if
Somebody
they
There's,
had
must have
there's
a
some
shirt
mocks.
size.
There's some
Yeah.
mocks that look really good.
That
But
would
yeah.
be really surprising.
Anyway, I want to talk about some bad news.
Oh.
Is that they
Oh,
the
dear.
Hulkbuster and the Black Panther and a couple other sets. The Queer Eye's back on sale
On
again
sale.
too.
Yeah.
And so some of those sets that maybe aren't finding as big an audience as Lego
Foosball.
expected.
Yeah,
Foosball,
foosball.
big sale on
Yeah.
some of those bigger sets that I think that like. At some point along the line, somebody should have said, "This is probably not the best idea, and maybe we
Right.
should tone it down a little
Yeah.
bit." And they did not, and I think they're probably sitting on a lot of those sets right now.
Yep.
Yeah. When I saw
Well,
the
and it was-
foosball, I only thought of Chris because he loves the foosball.
Yep, and
But
it is a little
That's
small.
only one person
Yeah.
though that I think of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
Well,
a-
and then he likes foosball, but he didn't really like the set,
Yeah,
as
set,
far
so,
as I know.
yeah.
It's niche, and
It's-
it's not exactly scale accurate to a
Yeah.
real foosball table. So it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and it's actually like the same price as a very basic foosball table. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people said they should have made like the minifigures that go with it a separate thing just to bring the cost down.
Mhm.
You know, all those expansion minifigures do those as a CMF line or some expansion pack or something.
You have a foosball table, then you have like 25 figures just sitting on the
Yeah,
sidelines.
sides
Like,
of-
what
yeah.
are we doing with these
You
extra
don't need
figures?
those.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
no,
save
no.
a lot of money.
There's a
putting those
lot of
somewhere
cool
else.
new parts that came in it, but
Yeah, even then, they have the figure bodies, which are duplicates. So it's
Right.
like you can have a bunch of heads and hands and hair pieces and all that stuff to customize, but you don't need all those bodies if they can't even fit on the foosball
Yeah.
table.
Right.
So.
I personally don't like having all those like minifigure parts left over. Like if it's just heads or stuff. Like there was the Harry Potter trunk set was
Mhm.
one of the first ones that came with like a lot of
Customizable.
interchangeable minifigure parts, and
Yeah.
then you've got all this stuff. I mean, you can throw it in your collection if you've got it, but for a set, I like to keep that stuff together.
Yeah, I got
So I don't know.
All right.
Interesting. But yeah, so unfortunately, most Lego sets are very popular, but a few are not. So it's
Yep.
interesting to see that.
But now they're on sale.
I think we
so-
could have called that,
Right.
called a few of those. I know the Hulkbuster were like, "What are they doing?" But
Oh.
yeah. Anyway,
BG wants to know about your crystal here.
Oh.
Is it new?
So that was down in our basement for a long time, and we just never
find neat
had a
stuff
place
everywhere.
for it. And Chris just brought it up one day. He's like, "Here," and I think he actually set it on the table over there. And I'm like, "That's awesome!" And it
That's
had a
gonna
little
go on the
sticker
wall.
pad on the back, so I just
Yeah.
boom.
That's not going to affect this.
And the problem is, I can't get it off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's staying there
This is
for
its permanent home.
It's
for
staying there for a
Mark.
while. So.
This is like a plasticky thing, so
It
we could
should
probably
be
get some
fine.
Goo Gone
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
down
it
in
should
there.
be fine, but I just it's definitely not
It's very Mark.
easy to remove.
This,
So,
this thing is, it'll scratch, but it's not like paper. It doesn't
Yeah.
tear easily,
Yeah.
which is nice.
so that's and it also just represents my new addiction with crystals,
Yes,
because I
so-
even have them on the table in front of me to keep me calm.
Yeah.
and it's,
Yeah.
It's his own fidget
Your
spinner.
fidget
Yeah,
crystals.
It's his
it's,
fidget
a, it's, a,
crystals.
it's a problem, and I know it is, and that's okay. And I'll get back. I think it'll only be solved when I finish my rock riders.
I could make you some great earrings, Mark.
some
So you go like
clip-ons.
this,
Yeah, I'm not gonna pierce
Some
anything.
clip-ons, yeah.
Hey, no. Give me those. Give me those. Yeah.
Sorry, podcast listeners. That was a sight gag.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
wait, Morgan's here. Good morning, Morgan.
Morgan.
Oh, we're heading back from Hawaii, right?
It's very
Must have
early for
gotten
Morgan.
back, yeah.
Nexus says, I got 2 orchid sets. One was for my girlfriend, but she didn't want it, so I traded it into Atlanta Brick Co. back in the summer. So you did have some at some
Oh.
point.
There you go.
And they're probably
Nexus,
gone.
sounds like you might need to reevaluate some priorities.
I think your girlfriend needs to be able to do things that you like too. You know what I'm saying? You just-
No, we're just messing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brixie on YouTube just did a review on the Houses of the World. Oh, I haven't seen it then. I'll have to go look.
There
it
we
So
up.
go.
after this, go check out Brixie's stuff and see
Yep.
what they had to say about
Lots
it.
of people say they love the Blacktron set. Nothing from Fazoom though. I'm not sure he's here.
No.
Raymond says it's 56 degrees in Amarillo, Texas.
Oh my.
And Morgan's here.
Heat wave.
It's pretty warm in Texas.
Mhm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
They've had it pretty cold in prior years, so we'll let them have it. But,
I still have snow on my front porch.
yes.
Just a little dusting of it.
We have snow in front of the store.
Store, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
because
the
it's in the
sidewalk.
shade
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah,
and
that
so.
side of
Yep.
the building's probably in the shade all day long this time of year.
Right?
Yep. So here's another. We were talking about the Hulkbuster not selling well. Here's another set that could be pretty interesting. It's a Spider-Man set that has 2,099 pieces. Now there is a Spider-Man character, Spider-Man 2099, and I
Oh.
think that means it's some sort of sculpture or some sort of build, definitely focusing on that character.
Oh.
And he is very prominent in the next Into the Spider-Verse movie. He's basically the villain, I think, because he's trying to capture Miles. And so it's that is a really intriguing rumor.
That could be
came out.
interesting.
So
Could be the kind of thing where, I'm not sure how these leaks propagate or what their sources are, but, it could have been written in some kind of code or something that said
Mhm.
Spider-Man 2099 and the person interpreted it as 2,099 pieces, but maybe it actually is part of the title of the set.
I think the title of the set was actually like The Incredible Spider-Man or something like that. It was
Okay.
something different, and then the piece count was that. Now I thought that was interesting.
That is,
Yeah.
that is,
'Cause
would
that's
be
very-
weird for a
Oh,
coincidence.
yeah.
It could be a coincidence, but that's also literally what a Spider-Man's name is based on the year
Yeah.
that he's around, like the
Yeah.
future Spider-Man.
And
so.
they have done things where they've consciously built a set to be a specific number of pieces. I mean,
Mhm.
you look at the Eiffel Tower and it's 10,001 pieces, and
Yep.
Yeah.
there are some other ones where they'll, fudge some things to get it to be an exact piece count for
Well,
specific reasons.
Add a few studs here and there to
Yeah.
round it
Yeah.
either way. So that was an interesting subject of conversation.
Duder Brick says, I saw that new Blacktron Intruder. I had a nightmare about them doing Ice Planet dirty. If they keep going with Icon Space tributes, Trans Neon Orange or nothing.
Yes.
As much as I would love that, transparent neon orange is currently a retired color. They do
It
not
is.
make it anymore ever since a certain theme might have ruined it.
What might have killed Trans Neon Orange? I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember which one it
What
was.
set had a lot of trans neon orange parts in the
Oh,
windshields?
Nixon
Oh!
Nights. Yeah. that's
Wow.
Mark.
Those-
Look
those
at he's
garbage
looking
sets
right
here.
at you, Mark.
Here,
He's
yeah.
Does he
looking
have any-
right at
look
you.
at that,
and
he's
Jen-
got trans neon orange on
See,
him.
Oh,
that's
look
the
at
last
that.
time we saw Trans Neon Orange.
Oh, sad.
There is trans orange, but no
Yeah.
neon orange anymore. Now
Oh.
they could bring it back because it had been retired before that as well, and they brought
They,
it back.
they brought it back for Nixon Nights, I think. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as much as I would love it, I don't think we'll be seeing an Ice Planet tribute anytime soon, which is a crying shame because that's such an iconic color scheme for sure.
One of the best, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Another weird piece of news was that there's a Harry Potter book, and it has a character inside that book. Her name is Rita Skeeter. I know nothing about Harry Potter. I don't know
Me
who this
either.
character is.
All right, it's
Here
my
you go.
time.
Yeah,
It's your time to shine,
Rita
Daniel. Go.
Skeeter is an interviewer and writer for the Daily Prophet newspaper.
The Daily Prophet.
and the Daily Prophet. That's the name of the newspaper. And she's like a ravenous journalist. She's always trying to get the scoop, and she's always twisting people's words and painting them in poor light. So there's some commentary about the media.
Sounds like a
in
great
there
character.
for sure. But yeah, a minifig, as far as I know, that we've never gotten a rendition of before. So having her appear in that book will be pretty cool. She's in the pretty memorable lime green outfit
Yep.
that she wears, I think, in the third movie, Prisoner of Azkaban, when she's doing the story about Harry and oh shoot, what's the quote? His light glowing with the ghosts of his past or something. I don't know. Harry Potter fans will know it. But yeah, cool minifigures. So
It's
we'll
a
get to
fun
see that.
I'll
background
trust you on
story
that
too.
one.
I like that. So
Yeah.
we need more, horrible journalists in the Lego world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were not a Harry Potter fan either, then, Randy.
No.
I don't dislike it. I just never got into it.
I'm gonna make you do it one time.
I
Randy.
tried. I've watched 1 and 2.
We're gonna get the
I've
Clockwork
read-
Orange clamps
Is
on
that
your
what it
eyelids.
is? I've made it through the Clockwork Orange. Can't make it through Harry Potter though.
No, we'll get the
Yeah,
clamps
yes,
for your
yeah,
eyelids, and
yeah.
I'll make you watch Harry Potter.
Maybe I just need to watch it with the right group of people. Maybe.
If you watch it with a group of people who maybe haven't seen it too,
Yeah.
you would maybe feel more camaraderie versus like watching with
Right.
people who are like, and then what you think? What you think of that
Yeah.
scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark
A
has,
low
Mark
pressure
has sat through
environment.
some movies with me, so I may
Oh,
owe
no,
it to him.
I like
The
doing
guy
that.
who forces people to watch old Dune.
Yeah.
So.
Old Dune and New Dune back
That's
then.
an experience.
It
That's
is.
different from Harry Potter. It's not a good movie, but it is an experience.
It is, and I've seen that.
Yeah, exactly.
Morgan is apparently on a plane, or has gotten off a plane, and it's 4:54 in the morning for him. So
Right.
that sounds terrible.
Oh,
That's Hawaiian
let's
time,
see.
I
Mark
think.
every morning. Don't talk to me. I haven't got my crystals yet. That should be. We need that on a T-shirt.
I could.
Because it's like
Mark,
I haven't had my
yes.
coffee yet.
We can do that. I could put some Rock Ritter's crystals on the
Don't
t-shirt.
talk to me. I have, like a picture of like Grumpy Garfield or something.
Yes.
I hate Mondays. Don't talk to me. I haven't had my crystals yet.
Or just a picture of Grumpy Mark. I don't know. We can figure it out.
OK Chief says a Facebook Marketplace bulk buy turned into a Lego signage overload. I asked if she had any more Lego, and she had a literal ton of Lego signs from Toys R Us. Oh, like retail signs.
Wow.
Nice.
Her
Okay,
son
Chief.
worked there when they closed. That's incredible,
Score.
OK Chief. That's
Oh.
a total
They were
score.
throwing away a lot
Yeah.
of that stuff. We got
Yeah.
some of it, but not a lot. So.
Yeah.
That's it all depends on the subject matter, but that
Yeah.
stuff can be fairly expensive because it's hard to get.
Good for you. That's right.
Oh yes, BJ brought up the Saturn V was 1,969 pieces, which was the year of the moon landing, 1969. That was another one.
Yep. Pretty clever.
OK Chief said she was glad to get rid of them. She just wanted her space back. That's the case with a lot of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
People who are selling Lego and stuff on there.
Yep.
Nexus to Zach said Rita Skeeter was the villain of the fourth book. Yeah, that's right, because it was the Triwizard Tournament. I got it
Villain
mixed
of the
up.
fourth book, not just any
Well,
old character.
not really.
A
villain.
villain. maybe.
Right. Yeah.
More of a passive villain, just because it's an annoying character.
Yeah.
Is Harry Potter the worst Lego theme? I wonder where it ranks in sales. I
No,
can't imagine
I
that's
feel
the
like we
case.
sell a lot.
So if
Yeah.
it was the worst ranking in sales, they wouldn't have made like the last 3 waves of it in the past
Yeah.
couple of years. I mean,
maybe
it's
they mean
clearly had
worst
some
ranking
success.
of intellectual property themes versus like
Mhm.
Lego themes, but I have a hard time believing that. It catches a lot of flack for repetition, just because
Yes.
there isn't a lot of new
There's a lot of the same
content
stuff.
coming out.
Yeah, they
But
can't make
no, there's no
new Harry Potter stuff necessarily. Even with the new movies, that's all been.
I have a
covered.
couple of the
Yeah.
sets because I love them. I have Diagon Alley because
Mhm.
I just think it looks super cool.
They're still doing stuff they've
And
never
so-
done before. The
and I love
Ministry
the
of
boat
Magic, never
that-
done before.
That growls at you. It
Yeah.
goes with my Halloween stuff.
Monster Book of Monsters. yeah.
Yeah, no, I
That
think,
was also coming from Jedi Bob's Brick Shop, so I think we
Okay.
know what their favorite
Oh,
theme is.
so Star Wars is never in any danger, but I think
No.
Harry Potter's been quite strong the past few years, just like Minecraft and Star Wars and other licenses.
Yeah.
BJ said Rita Skeeter was an antagonist, but I wouldn't go so far as to call her a villain. Yeah, I'd agree with
Good,
that,
good.
BJ.
Oh.
Yep.
She's probably going to be my favorite character. Just so-
Stacy Austin says, I love that Nexonites clock fig. My hubs got me 3 Nexonites for my birthday. I need that clock.
Oh,
Sounds like you got a fan.
There you
Wow.
go.
that
Yeah.
one was a gift, so I don't know if I can sell it, but
Yeah.
if we get one, we'll let you know.
oh no!
Stacey.
Mark's office has a whole theme going on that he can never get rid of.
Yeah,
that-
there's lots of stuff.
We'd
I
love
see
to
a
find
mask
Nexus
up
stuff.
there and a clock.
He's
and-
got a
a
couple
A whole
lunchbox.
slew of minifigs somewhere.
He's got costumes.
I have a next to night lunchbox. I mean,
Oh.
Yep. Is there a thermos in there
No,
too?
no.
No
Yep.
thermos.
Not quite.
Nexus wants to know, do your kids watch Harry Potter?
They do. My kids have watched all of them. They've read all the books. I
Wow.
started reading the books to them, and then my husband switched jobs, and then he does bedtime, and he still reads to all my kids at night. So
There you
he, he read the rest of them. But I read 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I watched 1 and 2. I read 1 and most of 2.
Nice.
And I've watched little scenes in between, and I'm just like, really? What? And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I tend to just start doing other things. and
Well, Randy,
disappear.
one day we'll have a Harry Potter marathon.
There we go.
When
There we
we
go. I
got
need
plenty
to.
of
I need
time.
to, yes.
We'll just all sit down
Yeah.
with some popcorn and watch some Harry Potter.
I like
Good.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm almost caught up here. BJ said in LEGO's last financial report in March, Harry Potter was among LEGO's top 5 best-selling themes. So there you
Wow.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the opposite of
Yep.
the
Yeah.
worst. So
Yep.
yeah, oh, that's
Yep.
good.
Yep.
And Johnny Flounder, last question I'll address. Will you guys be returning to Whatnot? We will not. We are done with Whatnot. It was just not quite what we needed at this time.
It was
just due
too
to the
much-
changes.
It
Too
was
much
a
work
lot.
for
It was a
Daniel,
lot.
and we did well. It
Uh-huh.
wasn't
Yeah.
like we were just failing at it. We sold a lot of stuff people were enjoying buying and bidding, but it's too much work for just Daniel.
Yeah.
And then the shipping addition to our already busy shipping area
Yeah.
was just overwhelming. So
Yeah.
we didn't quite have the
manpower. To
the
keep it going,
manpower,
yeah.
the space, the time. So it's just like we're not the right size business for that model.
Yep.
But yeah.
So basically, Whatnot became very saturated with really high quality stuff, and the stuff we were putting wasn't quite up to that bar. So we didn't.
We were
wanna
putting
put a lot
out
of that
like
stuff out.
incomplete sets, very much
Yeah.
stuff that we
Yeah.
can't sell on our website, and that's not nearly as cool as some of the. I mean, you have streamers just putting out rare figures just because they feel like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we can't
Yeah.
compete with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the good news is a lot of that stuff that would have ended up on Whatnot pretty much just goes straight in our pick and brick table now. So
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
come in and probably get a better deal on it than you would have on there.
Yep.
Yeah, Bulk is doing great these days
Yes.
because
We're throwing like whole built sets on top of the
Yeah.
pick and brick table, so
So-
you can just throw it in a bin and buy it by weight.
more reason to visit. But
Yeah.
sorry, Whatnot is not
Yep.
we're not gracing their presence anymore. So, yeah. All right. So
Let's get back to the news.
Speaking of like big bulky stuff, there's lots of Technic sets that were slated for rumored release. And I know if Gary is in the chat, I don't know if he is today, but if he was in the chat, he would know, he would be very excited about it. Most of the rest of us are just kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
Technic.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. Everybody thinks that, why would people want to do Technic? There are lots of people who love to do Technic. It's a really big thing, but they're all at home in their man cave
Yes.
or a woman cave, and they're having a great time with their Technic sets. They're not out talking about it online, so we just don't hear about it.
Yeah.
But Technic is a popular theme. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I see them every year when a bunch of the mid-sized vehicles come out, and I look at them and I think that's a cool, unique new thing for Technic.
Yeah.
But I'm not interested in it. You know, they do like monster trucks that look like sharks, or you
Yeah.
know, these
Yeah.
crazy other, you know, kind of fantasy things. But it's just not for me. The building style is not for me. But they're cool for what they are, for sure.
I'm liking the fact that they're doing more licensed and like bigger exotic vehicles that maybe no one's gonna ever have a Bugatti, but they could have a Technic Bugatti. So it's like, or a Lamborghini. So it's like
Yeah.
that's kind of a fun way to, you know, appreciate
But
those
not the
really
Porsche
cool
unless
things.
you're rich.
Yeah, not the orange Porsche. Well, that
No.
one was years ago. Anyway,
Yeah.
so new
Pretty
Technic.
soon that's going to cost as much as the real Porsche.
Yeah, actually, not far up. So that's good. I also saw a ton of Ninjago, which I was kind of surprised by. Because I thought it was kind of talked about that Crystallized, the last Ninjago wave, was possibly or probably going to be the last one. And did you get that memo too, Daniel and Randy? Because
I heard that talk
that's
about
what I heard.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of the conversation. But it seems like they're doing an even bigger wave for next year.
I think
know.
there were just some things with like certain designers or some people retiring or maybe leaving Ninjago that maybe seemed like it was wrapping up, but I'm not sure now,
Yeah.
honestly.
Seems like they're putting plenty of thunder behind that because they had
I'm
it
sure
was
Joe
probably
would know more
20
about
plus
that.
sets that they listed, and they all seem pretty cool. There was like lava dragons and stuff listed. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
might have
sounds
to.
cool.
I've bought a few Ninjago sets in the past because they're so cool, like the Bone Dragon, for example.
Yes.
Really cool set. I think you might even have one.
I think we have one.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And so-
Lorelai has quite a few Ninjagos.
That's
yeah.
an awesome set.
And
Yeah.
so some of the dragons are some of the best Ninjago sets, and to hear about those is very exciting. So. And good that Ninjago is continuing on. It still has a lot of fans. So.
They've been doing a lot of, you know, sets that are Evo or Legacy that are just
For and up.
remakes of old
Yeah.
things.
We
And
don't need that.
that never really bodes well for a theme when they just sort of start circling back on itself. So we'll see. I'm sure it's got a few more years in it.
Yeah, if they continue with the great designs that they've had, like they've been innovators in the past. If they continue to move forward, I think they're going to do great. But if they kind of get stagnant or get lazy and have a lot of 4 Juniors stuff that's really just dumb sets, then the Ninjago could end as quickly as any other theme. They've had a great run, but love to see them continue. So.
I would, however, like to see if and when Ninjago comes to an end, taking it a new direction where we've gotten a lot of these great twists on themes underneath the Ninjago banner, like the whole undersea theme and the crystallized theme. I'd like to see those as normal set waves, though. Go back to doing things like Atlantis or Power Miners with the crystals. New things with these interesting parts that don't fall under the Ninjago banner. Not that I have anything inherently against Ninjago, but it'd be nice to get back to a more normal style of things than seeing underwater, but
it's
with
Ninjago.
this Asian influence, or crystallized, but Ninjago, so just seeing some more of those things as standalone things, I think would be nice.
It's funny, Ninjago got bored of being just ninjas really quick. And they've been covering pretty much every other theme since then and making it Ninjago, and that's great.
There aren't a lot of dojos and temples and things anymore like there were early on.
They're running out of ninja ideas maybe, and so they're moving on to other stuff. So maybe we'll see other stuff actually rise too. I know that Lego has found some success and maybe some notice of the classic themes like space and castles. So maybe we'll see some more Aqua Zone or pirates, things like that start to make an appearance.
You can never have enough pirates.
Yep.
I'm just saying it.
I'm sure Malister thinks so.
I'm
Blue
with it.
Coat
You can never have enough.
specifically.
Right? Yeah.
I had a great. This is kind of news. I had a great chat with Malister when he picked up his boat not too long ago. It was probably a week or two ago.
He commented about that earlier.
And so that will be on our YouTube channel. We'll have a brief chat with Malister with the boat and kind of describe what was the motivation for him to hire us to build it for him. And it's a really cool story, so that'll be out probably next Tuesday.
It's very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool pirate ship.
Can't wait. BJ said the underwater Ninjago theme was so much cooler, in my opinion, than the city-style underwater sets and even Atlantis.
There you go. So BJ is one of those people who was like, even if it's Ninjago, it still has a great design. So
I really liked that like submarine set in particular, the white one.
Yep.
That was really nice.
Yeah. One last thing I have on my list before we're probably wrapped up for the day is there's going to be more Marvel and Star Wars as usual, and hopefully they're good. I've seen some of the Marvel sets and they look really good. And then some of the Star Wars ones that are coming out very soon, January 1st, are going to be looking pretty cool, like the TIE Bomber and stuff. So
yes.
Hopefully the ones coming out in summer are just as good and they continue to improve because it's very easy for a big, well-established, always successful theme like Star Wars or Marvel to just kind of do really lame stuff. And he's like, that is the dumbest set ever. But
and then Mark has to chuck it in his bin.
I will be doing many set reviews if they are lazy. And so I think that they're going to continue to do better. They've hired a lot of new designers, and I think that they're...
And built a whole new innovation campus.
That whole thing started.
They got a new workspace, so they better be good. If they've come out with a bunch of mediocre sets, I'll be pretty sad. But I think that they'll be fine. So.
Easy Dave said, I enjoyed your flying Lego video.
That was amazing.
A blast to film. Not a blast to clean up, though.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. We swept it up pretty quick. We got it to Will and Will to sort. I'm pretty sure it's all sorted out at this point. So, yeah.
The Millennium Falcon was amazing.
And that was fake. I think it was Morgan or
somebody
Gary.
Wasn't sure.
Somebody was saying, "I can't believe that you would. That there's no fake one that looks that accurate." No, it was.
It's fake. That was from my house.
Exactly.
That was from my house. It was legit.
Joe's nodding from out there.
I wanted Chris to blow it up.
we had it down there, ready for destruction for a long time. In fact,
several places. I think it was in the back.
It's moved around. It has been.
There's one up there.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
That one's
Is that the Q-Soit?
Oh.
Yeah, that one's way less accurate than the one we destroyed.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a pretty accurate looking Black Pearl pirate ship there. And so, and that's a fake.
That's new.
Very fake, but very close to the real one.
We need to take it to like a pond or a lake nearby and sink it.
Well, see, I'm thinking either cannonballs in the form of probably...
The pool.
Yes.
The pool at the house.
Yep, a bowling ball or something. And then another thing, I wanted to possibly have fire involved too.
Yeah.
So we're going to have...
Can we give it a Viking death?
Exactly.
Yes!
I bet Vogan's got some M80s lying around.
All right, I need the date for that one because I'm over there. Yes.
So
we'll send out expectations.
That one I want to plan a little more than just kind of
Okay.
tossing stuff off the
Yeah.
porch. But that'll be fun. So there's more destruction
Yes.
coming up, and that's fake, so we can get away with anything on that.
And I
versus
still-
Lego, we have to be
I
kind of.
think we still need to build a wrecking ball. I think we need a wrecking ball to poof into some stuff.
We
Yeah.
should budget it out and
Yeah.
see how much it costs for the brick and gluing
Yes.
it. And,
Yeah. Jedi Bob's Brick Shop says Gunship play scale this summer. I haven't heard of that. I'm not sure if that's substantiated or not, but they
That'd
say
be awesome.
remake Jedi Bob. So that would be awesome.
yes, we need more Jedi Bob in the Lego universe. He is
Mm-hmm.
pretty collectible and expensive. So.
Johnny Flounder said, I saw 2 of the sets I traded in get shattered and thought, well, I got good store credit. They could have been those ones or they could have been different. They were sets that we had just a plethora of out in the case, and the ones we selected were ones that were missing some pieces off of them and
Yeah.
had some other issues.
Yeah, they were. They probably should have been bulked in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were now. So,
So
that's-
we were
Yeah.
cleaning out the case a little bit of things that shouldn't really have been
That
there
was
in the
fun.
first place. The title of the flying sets video said none made it, but technically all of the sets flew.
yeah, that's true.
Hey, it's like any airplane can fly once.
Yeah, exactly. Even the worst designs could fly.
Or
once.
wait, no, wait. What's the Buzz Lightyear quote? Flying is just falling with style.
Yeah, that was falling with style. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's what we were doing. But yeah, anyway, so I think
Nexus says fire the arrows at it. Oh, like a
Fire
Viking
arrows?
flaming
Yeah.
arrow.
We
Think
could get
about
the new
it.
avatars with the shooting arrow.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, I was thinking lighter fluid and like a gunpowder trail or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway,
Yes.
so we'll figure something out. But that's about all the news we got for today. Anything else we needed to cover?
That's all I got.
I think we're good. So, but thank you guys so much for joining us and having all those great comments and conversation in the chat.
Oh, I got paid today. That's the other news.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Great. Yeah, I think I probably got paid
Right.
then too.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
We get paid at the same time, I think. Anyway.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will be back with more live streams. We got Thursday night Joy of Building, we've got Friday Store Tour, and then we've got fun things going on Saturday with another podcast. I'm not even sure what it is. We'll have to talk about that, Daniel. But
Yeah, we'll
I
figure
think
it
we're
out.
going to be talking about Lego Island. We'll see.
Oh,
But
yes.
we really just
Been
need
waiting
to
for
bite the
that.
bullet on
Fun.
that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll be back. But thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next
Bye.
time.
Have a great
See
day.
everybody. Stay grumpy, says Grumpy J.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Grumpy.
Absolutely.